All right, Brandon. Well, we went through quite a few things after another Auburn practice with Gus Malzahn, and ultimately the depth chart will be coming on Tuesday, and there's still a few position battles out there, so we wanted to go through exactly where we think it'll all fall out, starting at the left guard spot. It's probably the most, quote-unquote, up in the air, but after speaking with Alex Kozan tonight, we probably have an inclination there.
Yeah, I would think they would not bring the backup in. Then again, maybe it's truly a battle, but I suspect Alex Kozan is going to be the starter there. I don't know if the coaches are going to rotate in the first game. Maybe they put Alex Kozan out there first, see how he responds. He obviously hasn't played in, more than a year since having back surgery, so they'll put him out there, see how he responds, and I think go from there. Sinor.
He seemed to indicate that, I think, what's his name?
Austin
Golson.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Has that, it seemed to, he was talking more about Austin than he was about Xavier Dampier. For the center position, so
I think that thing's been wrapped up since December, and they've been trying to make it into some type of competition, and it doesn't seem like it's a competition. But hey, whatever.
We'll see. Tight end and H-back, both positions are open, obviously, between players who have no playing experience at the collegiate level. Tight end, you got true freshman Jalen Harris up against redshirt freshman Chris Lay. That very much appears to be also up in the air. If I had to pick it now, I'd say it's probably Jalen Harris.
Yeah.
Just because he probably offers a little bit more. Though in week one, with Louisville, they very well may need more blocking. And not to say that Harris can't, but he's more of a receiving type than Lay. Lay is more of the traditional blocker. So they're probably going to play. Who starts? I'm going to go with Harris there. At H-back, again, true freshman Chandler Cox, redshirt freshman Cameron Petway. There's been more chatter about Petway. I actually haven't spoken with Chandler this month, which is somewhat surprising. So there's been more talk about Petway. I would suspect he's also probably the starter there. But again, they're also both going to play. No real question there. The biggest question on the offense position-wise, as has been all month, and there will be no resolution other than who literally takes the field first on September 5th, is running back. And I think all of us are in accordance that it's probably going to be Rock Thomas for Louisville purposes, but it's going to be very much dictated by performance. I think if Rock has a huge game, they'll keep rolling with the hot hand. If Javon goes out and uses a game, same deal. Same deal with Peyton Barber. I think they're just going to go with the hot hand in the first couple of games.
Absolutely.
And on defense, probably looking at the nickel, maybe a little bit in the air, but with 3 fourth-year corners, is there really much of a battle there? Clearly the true freshmen are going to contribute, but I think ultimately it's going to be Jones, Holsey, and Countess across the board at the cornerback positions. The safeties are obviously locked in. Seems like there's a little bit of competition at middle linebacker with Casanova McKenzie and Justin Garrett, but again, I kind of favor McKenzie myself. I don't know where you stand on it, Brandon, if you also were McKenzie.
It's McKenzie. I mean, I think McKenzie's the best linebacker on the team.
Same.
No matter which position, so...
So what's your take on just what the coaches have been saying? I mean, or lack of saying about McKenzie?
It could be motivational stuff. Look, we know he missed a couple of practices due to the family situation he had a week or so ago, and that's obviously part of it. And he's learning a new system.
Will Muschamp on their Tiger Talk earlier this week, they started a radio show. He talked up McKenzie quite a bit on that. So
he did.
I think that he's going to start. I think he's going to be starting. He just wants his 3 best linebackers out there. So just because you hear Justin Garrett's working in the middle and elsewhere, it doesn't mean he's going to be at that spot. I think they're going to move guys around a little bit at linebacker, just get their 3 best guys out there.
And then on the line, obviously, Carl Lawson will be in the buck. That's a given. At tackle, I think Montravius and Dontavius have kind of been the top 2 most likely, but you're going to see a Devereaux Lawrence and Amari Swain also working at the tackle spots. Maybe an Andrew Williams also get in there. And then at defensive end, probably Devontae Lambert holds on to the job, at least for the first week, at the very least for the first week, until Byron Coward again proves it on the field. Much like the running backs have to prove it, true freshmen got to prove it. And Byron Coward was struggling early. We know that. He expressed some frustration, which I know caused much ado about nothing, I think, there. But probably Devontae Lambert ends up keeping things there.
I think Byron Coward's got some work to do. There might be a few days, a few weeks before he's named a starter.
Yeah. So offense, clearly where more position battles are. We'll see how that all unfolds. But again, the running back still remains the biggest question, and we all favor Rock Thomas as far as who will end up earning that starting spot for week 1. But I think on the depth chart, we're going to see a big old or at that running back position.
Sorry, I just saw a head coach walk out, so anyway, that's why I was smiling and being weird.